Plan for equal rights. Picture of SFI schools. Sweden has a law saying that every school must have a plan for treating everyone equally. This applies for all schools in the country. Every year we update our plan against discrimination and violations. The law states that all humans have the same rights in schools and in workplaces. In Sweden, all humans must be treated equally. There are 7 different parts in our law against discrimination. This means you cannot discriminate anyone. To treat everyone equally, what is that? Everyone should have the same rights. It means we all must be treated equally. Nobody is better or worse than anybody else. All schools have written their own plans, and all schools talk about this in order to make everyone understand it fully. In our classrooms, there is a paper on the wall where you can read how our school thinks about equal rights. The plan is also available on our website. What is discrimination? What does this mean? It is when somebody is unfair to another person or group. The 7 different reasons for discrimination are sex, ethnicity, religion, function difference, sexual preference, gender identity, and age. Sex. In Sweden, women and men should be treated equally. Men and women, girls and boys have the same rights to educate themselves and work. All should have the same salary for the same type of work. Ethnicity. We are people sharing the same planet, but we come from different countries and parts of the world. We speak different languages and have different traditions. Regardless where you come from, you have the same rights, opportunities, and obligations. Religion. All people have the right to their own religion. No religion is more true than the other. We also have the right not to have a religion. It is even allowed to change religions. Function difference. Some people have variations in their functions. They can be either physical or psychological. Physical variations can be in hearing or sight, or the fact that you use a wheelchair. Psychological variations can be different type of brain damage. Regardless of your function difference, you have the right to education, work, and a good life. Sexual preference. Sweden allows homosexuality, bisexuality, and heterosexuality. According to Swedish law, it is, for example, allowed for 2 men to get married. You can date, live with, and get married to a person of the same sex or another sex. Gender identity. You have the right to identify yourself as a boy or a girl, man or a woman. You can, if you wish, get dressed as and or behave like a person of the opposite sex. Age. You will not be unfairly treated because of your age. Exceptions to this is if it is already regulated in one of Sweden's other laws. For example, marriage, tobacco, alcohol, sexual debut, and the right to vote. Respect. We will all show respect for each other by treating each other in a good way. You cannot harass or violate another person. Harassment can be physical, through beating or pushing. It can also be verbal, for example, threats, swearing, or nicknames not asked for. Harassment can also be silent, like grimacing, laughing at someone, or not letting people into the community. Violations and harassment can also occur digitally. Receive text messages, pictures on your phone, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Responsibility. Everyone in the school, both staff and students, are responsible for the well-being of everyone. If you see anything inappropriate, you have to talk to your teacher or another member of staff. This also applies to yourself. If you have been violated in any way, sometimes teachers and students talk, and sometimes also the headmaster and the school welfare officer participate. If you have a problem regarding this or a question about equal rights, contact your teacher or other staff at your school. We also have a school welfare officer who can give you support. 3 headmasters have the ultimate responsibility for our schools.